All right, it is Tuesday. Tuesday, that day that follows Monday, but it's time for Let's Talk About It. I'm your host, Jay, and let's go ahead and get it started. Now, some of you who've been following me know that I'm a little late, so I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just going to say one word: grandkids. Yep, every Tuesday, our grandkids come over, so I get a chance to have lunch with them and whatnot. And let me be honest. I'm not a TV fan, okay? But I had started watching on Netflix this series called Luther, and he's a English black detective. And last night, I overdid it, okay? I'm not gonna lie. I started watching like a movie. It ended up being like 3:30 in the morning. So I'm gonna be very honest with you. I have a daily routine. My routine today is shot, right? But I'm glad that you took the time to stop by and let me see if I can give you something of value. First of all, let me do this a little backwards today. I'm gonna start out with Jay's quote of the day. And this one is by Norman Vincent Peale. And he says, believe in yourself, have faith in your abilities. Without a humble but reasonable confidence in your own, listen to that word, confidence in your own powers, you cannot be successful or happy. And as I told you yesterday, there's always value in a quote if you actually slow it down and listen to the words. So just for a second, let's go back and dissect, okay? He says, believe in yourself. Now, when someone tells me to believe in myself, what I'm saying is believe in the powers that God has installed in me, okay, to be able to handle anything in life that comes at us. Then it says, have faith in your abilities. Now, all of us know that we're all given talents when we're born. Well, those talents, that's our abilities, okay? If you look them up, they kind of go hand in abilities, talents. These are also God-given. Remember, he is your biggest cheering squad. He wants you to succeed. And this is without a humble but reasonable confidence in your own, without a humble but reasonable confidence in your own powers, you cannot be successful. And I read that wrong. Without is the key word. Without a humble but reasonable confidence. So it's saying without confidence in the powers and the abilities God has given to you, you cannot succeed or have a happy life. That's basically it. So you see, when you read quotes, don't just read the quote. Take a couple of minutes and dissect it because there's a lot of meanings. I keep saying this. I'm going to do it one day. I'm going to do a whole show on quotes, just reading and dissecting quotes. And I believe by the time I'm done, you get the idea of what I mean. And you start taking quotes more seriously. Okay? What was the author trying to say to you or me reading those quotes? I didn't forget my affirmations, right? Well, first of all, I'm so happy and grateful that number one, I woke up this morning, my wife woke up, my family woke up, they're all healthy. And I am so happy and grateful that I am a millionaire. I am a money magnet. Money is easily attracted to me. People are easily attracted to me. I have 10,000 people in my coaching Facebook group, which is called J Seven Figure Club. I have 10,000 listeners to my daily show. Let's talk about it. And remember, I can't make that a reality by myself. I can give the value. But if you're happy with the value, make a comment, a like, tell somebody about it, share it on your timeline, or if you have your own group, share it in there. Because this has nothing to do with any type of promotion for a company. It's about personal development. It's about you being able to become a better person, businessman, husband, brother, sister, whatever. Okay, it's about life. That's what this show is about. So, what are we going to talk about today? Oh, by the way, training tonight. Training tonight. So far, I pray I don't have to change it. My goal right now is 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm gonna see if I can't hold that goal right there, and it'll be branding part 2. And then our topic for today is how to find your drive to succeed. And I'm using an article by Sean K. Murphy. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right. Facebook user, please show your name, man. You gotta hit the button so I can see your name. I think that's the way I do it. Because all I'm seeing right now is Facebook user. Okay. But good morning. Thanks for attending. New York. I'm originally from Atlantic City, New Jersey. So you know the deal, the triangle. Atlantic City, Philadelphia, down here somewhere, in Atlantic City's over here. So New York, Atlantic City, Philadelphia. We all are in that triangle. Okay. During my day, well, now I won't go back during my day, but it was party time. I'll leave it there. Yes, Luther is a great series. So let's go ahead and get into it real quickly here. And you know how I do. I like to read and dissect what I read. Again, the gentleman's name that wrote is Sean K. Murphy, and the title is How to Find Your Drive. Now, it starts out, motivation fuels our actions and decision making, but few people know how to identify and tap into them. There are 2 primary types of motivation. One, intrinsic, that's deeply personal values and beliefs. Number 2 is tangible, extrinsic, that's tangible rewards such as pay. When they say pay, I think of salary, or consequences such as punishment. So again, intrinsic and extrinsic. Okay, that's some heavy words there, brother. But I did look them up. That basically, that is the definition of deeply personal values and beliefs. That's your motivation to keep you inspired in whatever it is that you're doing. And then, of course, the other one is a lot of people get motivated by pay, okay, or by the money they can or possibly could make. That's another way of looking at it. So, intrinsic motivations are the most important personal drives in a person's life. Extrinsic motivations are linked to what others expect you and are therefore less significant. Numerous studies have shown that tangible rewards actually undermine feelings of autonomy, excuse me, and decrease motivation. I'm gonna give you a good example of that. A guy that works for the clock. Okay, now I've had several businesses in my lifetime where I had to actually hire employees. Okay, you have employees that are there for the company, meaning that they like their work, right? They like what they're doing. And you have employees who were anxious to get the job just for the hourly wage. Which would you rather hire? Right, number 1. Now, number 2, okay? Because number 2 is the person that's going to be calling in on for sick leave, the person that's standing around doing this all day long, okay, versus trying to find out how they can make themselves valuable for the company, all right, or how they can come up with ideas to keep the company going that they've got a job, right? These are people who really care about their not their job, but the person or company that they're working for, and they feel themselves to be a vital part of that company. That's the type of employee you want to have. Okay. Now, says there are many ways you can identify and grow your intrinsic motivations. And number 1 is, you're not gonna believe this, I've been saying this for days, Meditate. Da-da. I wish I had one of those little bells there. Meditation allows you to let go of attachments and connect with your inner self. Now, for those of us that, because I say this because everyone has different beliefs. Okay, when they're telling me about my inner self, I'm thinking of the Holy Spirit. Okay. Depending on what you believe in, there are different types of spirits. But that's your inner self, right? Just like you have your mind and then your subconscious mind, right? So, very important. Meditate. I normally try to do it in the mornings when I wake up, because then I have certain meditation music. I can also do my affirmations in that meditational phase, because then your mind first thing in the morning, it's clear. It's the best time. It's before all the thousands of thoughts. And remember, there's over 65,000 thoughts that run through your head from the time you wake up. So that meditation is very important to get your day balanced. That's what it's about. Okay. And then it says, very important, and I work by this also, it says make a list. Now I happen to call mine a power list. Some people call them to-do lists. Now you can have a to-do list, and then you can also have a power list within that to-do list. Let's say you sit down the night before and you figure out this for your business, there's 10 things you need to do tomorrow. Then what you do is you go back and you take your marker and you circle the ones that are priorities, that you know that if you don't get to all 10, that you've got to get these 4 things, and you've got to get these 5 things done today. All right. And that's what I call your power list. It's important. So where I'm at, depending on who you ask, there are anywhere from 16 to 24 human motivations. Things like freedom, accomplishment, and security. One method of discovering that truly drives you is to rank a list of motivations from least to most important. Now, see, you should go read first, because they weren't talking about the type of list that I was talking about. Let me go back and read that to you. It says, depending on who you ask, there are anywhere from 16 to 24 human motivations. Well, if I think about my grandkids and great-grandkids, that's 8 reasons right there. And then if I think about my wife of 50-some years, that's another one right there. So then we're at 9. And then I think of my children. Okay, now we're up to 11 already. Okay, so you see, it's very easy to make a list that will motivate you into action every day. And then that motivation kind of falls under your vision. You see how it all fits together? Okay, it does really fit together. And then number 3, it says take a test. Most personality tests identify characters and traits, not motivation. Characteristics and traits represent what you do. Motivations are why you do what you do. Okay. One exception is the test. There's an advertisement. I'll go ahead and read it. One exception is a test at inside8.com. Answer 22 questions to identify your top 4 to 5 motivations. You know, this was the last thing that I wanted to go over. So let me just take a quick peek. I'm not going to read them all to you. Okay, if you'd like to have them, if you take and message me, I'll gladly send them to you. All right. I'm going to be nosy. Are you going to make me? Oh, no, I can't just take the test. Guess what? They want $24. Well, I guess there's one test I will not be taking, because I don't need to pay $24 for a test. It's not a necessity. Okay. You know, the one thing that you need, and it's very important, and I do that in my group, okay, and that's coaching. Okay, everyone. Well, let me say coach/mentor. That's the best way to put it. Coach/mentor. I'm telling, expressing my belief. Okay, Because if you think of it, all the greats, if you go back and talk to them, I don't care if it's a Magic Johnson, even if it's an Oprah, okay? Now, the question I always ask myself is Oprah Ellen's mentor, right? Because Ellen DeGeneres, her program, as you and I know, kind of modeled Oprah's program, the giving the gifts and all that kind of good stuff. So, we all not now. Wait a minute. I don't want you to go out and spread anything. I didn't say that she was. I said it would seem like Oprah was. All right, got to get it right. But all of us need a mentor. Some people call them role models, but I prefer the word mentor because you can talk to a mentor. Sometimes you can say you have a role model, but you never get to have a conversation with. People pay thousands of dollars a year. I'm talking about even up in corporate America to have a coach or mentor. More so, they call it coach, business coach, life coach, right? They pay them thousands of dollars just to sit and have a conversation like we're having right now. And in most cases, during those coaching sessions, you're doing all the talking. The coach is just there to lead you to the answers. Now, listen to this, that are already deeply inside of you. Okay? It gets heavy, But my point is, don't be afraid to have a coach. Don't be afraid to seek out a coach or a mentor. It's okay. All right? But in the meantime, in my group, you can see it flashing across the screen below, Jay's 7-Figure Club, I do mentoring inside of there also. All right? So if you join the group and you decide that, you need to have a conversation or something like that, I will make myself available to you. It's no problem. But for right now, tomorrow's show, this is I'm going to end right here. I will, number one, try to do it on time. And I'm going to try something new tomorrow. Because, we're in a pandemic and we know that people are hurting all around the world. So what I want to do tomorrow, I'm going to do, I'm going to call it Money Making Wednesday. Okay? And I'm going to share some ideas with you of how you can actually learn and you can earn at the same time. Okay? Because these are things that in my guide section, of my group, even though the group is open to anybody, you don't have to be in any company with me. But those that want to go deep and actually take that knowledge and do something with it, we do have a section in there that talks about a couple of ways that people can make money and actually get to that 6 and 7-figure income. So we're going to talk some about it tomorrow. That's what I'm going to base the show on tomorrow. So whatever you do, tune in tomorrow to Money Making Wednesday. And I will do my best to make it at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. So God bless y'all. Have an awesome day. And God loves you, and so do I. Bye now.